Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Whiskey Wednesday.
Happy Women's Whiskey Wednesday.
Yes.
How's everybody doing? Oh, who's here? Lil from Morgan was the first one here tonight.
Lil.
Rye Guy says Drew Peterson is a piece of crap.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Thanks for leading us into it. Glad you're here, Rye Guy. Bubble Bath Bourbon says, let's go. Sugar Kitty says, meow. Hey, Top Dog is here. Whiskey Mountains is here. She's going to be tracking our giveaway for us. Slapshot, good evening. And we have Cool 62 Chef, Fifth Quarter Tailgate, Regs Lugo.
Hello.
Dan from the Deathless Dogs is here. Dan, is there an egg roll? Is there an egg roll with you? I'm just curious. We don't have an Ellie or a mustard with us tonight. So.
Not yet.
Eric Isaacson is here. There's me and my words again.
Okay. They're overrated.
They are. So I'm sitting here thinking, whew, I just ate way too much food because it was Kathy Jo's week to cook. And it was lovely. You know what we did?
What did we do?
We got so excited about making the cocktails, we forgot to pour whiskey.
That can be fixed.
To drink.
Somewhere.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know about this girl. Oh, his glasses right behind you.
Oh, I see them. Okay.
I have backups. I'm prepared.
We're good to go.
Call me a prepper.
At least one of us is prepared.
Egg roll is sleeping right now.
Oh, good.
Okay. Right. Thank you for noticing.
Look at you go.
I did. Thank you so much.
That's important.
It really is.
Compliment a girl's hair and shoes and you'll be good for life.
You know, the best thing you can do to bring out a girl's insecurities is put her on a camera.
Yes, absolutely. No kidding.
Fifth Quarter Tailgate. We have no puppies with us right now. They are following the men around because there's food.
Exactly. Yes.
So maybe
priorities.
Later.
I get it. Yes.
Oh well. Mr. Whiskey Shits is here. Cheers to you.
Hey.
So, are you guys ready for Criminals and Cocktails tonight? I mean,
this is all different for me.
I know.
Yes.
So Kathy Jo, it's her first Criminals and Cocktails.
Yes.
I'm going to tell them.
Oh, please do. If you won't, I will. So go for it, please.
So she's like being all, I said, don't worry about it. You had rodeo, you have school. Yeah. I'll do all the research for our first crime. And she's like, she doesn't really say, anything. Hey, Whiskey Erin is here. Cheers. Sorry. And Tree is here. Got sidetracked. Anyway.
I was quietly studying.
She was studying. She was doing what she says.
The problem is quietly.
She says, I'm going to start researching the crime anyway. So I'm at work. I work there because I have 2 screens to do my research. And I'm there till like 10:30 at night. Yeah. And I send her something. Oh, a disclaimer.
Yes, the disclaimer. You sent me the disclaimer.
And then I sent her something else. And she says, oh my God.
It was today.
Was it today?
You sent me the thumbnail picture.
Yeah, today.
Yes. After I had done hours and hours of my own research.
Yeah. So she says, I researched the wrong crime.
I did. I am so ready for the next one though. Like I am very prepared for our next case.
So I think we're gonna have to do a bonus content drop because she has all the research for the Dorothy Stratton.
Yes.
For the Dorothy
Yes,
Stratton.
I do. I'm ready for it.
She's the one who was like an 80s Playboy centerfold.
Yeah.
And they did a movie after it called Star 80.
Yes.
So anyway, we're all prepared for that one now.
Oh yes, we are.
So
yeah, I'm winning.
That's okay. Oh, that was a good guess though. Scott says wrong Peterson.
I mean, also
there
could have been very likely.
Was there 5 Petersons that killed their wives?
It's just not.
It's 4 or 5.
Nobody marry a Peterson.
And I'm like,
yeah.
So every time I
doesn't seem like a good idea.
Drew Peterson, I think people could think it's one of 5 Petersons.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm losing stuff.
James Morgan says, evening, Michelle and Kathy Jo, and all in chat.
Evening.
Okay. So tonight we are doing the case of Drew Peterson.
Yes, Drew Peterson.
Drew Peterson, who was convicted of killing his 3rd wife, and his 4th wife is still missing.
Yes.
And I mean, okay. So, hey, Mark Emmernicker's here.
Hey.
And we're going to make a cocktail. Kathy Jo is going to make it for us.
I am.
And it is the Black-Eyed Susan. It's a variation of the Black-Eyed Susan.
Yes.
This one is not made with peach schnapps because we wanted to keep it a little less sweet.
Yeah.
But look, my husband's in here.
Oh, hello.
Lilith says, is she missing or in hiding? I'll let you decide that, Lil, when we go through this.
Buckle
because,
up.
Buckle up. It's a ride.
Yes.
Biking Bourbon is here. Well, I mean, so Fifth Quarter Tailgate says he'd change his last name if it was Peterson or Peterson and his wife disappeared. Well, just don't kill her.
That's a good idea.
I mean,
yes.
He's gotten away with a missing wife now for, gosh, I can't do math. I'm too full.
Too many years.
Yeah, a lot of years.
If it even involves years, that's too many.
What are we going to pour for our drink before we start our cocktail?
Okay, so
right now I'm drinking Miller Lite.
I know, and I'm drinking a slight combination of. I blended my beers today.
It was a TikTok day.
It was, yeah, today. Exactly.
Oh, look, we have a few more people while you look. Slapshot, Brett. Again, words. Mark. You say this name. Brett's in here all the time, and I still don't know how to say it.
Mark Hart.
Thank you.
Is how I would, but that doesn't seem right. That seems too easy.
Mark, I'm sorry. I know you're in here a lot, and I'm really sorry that I still can't say your name. Nobody can say my name if that makes you feel better. Donna Rance is in here. So is OH. Ray Marie is here.
Hey, Mom.
And we got Vic is in here. Regs will go, if I go missing, it was my wife. Eric the Barbarian is here. Oh, look at it all jumped. I have no idea who's here now. Barry Dixon is here, and Mike Stahl says, I'm not saying what OJ did was right, but I get it.
Okay, we have two more people who thought it was a different person too.
Okay.
Thank you.
No one can pronounce it, says Brett. That makes me feel a little better.
Okay.
So where did I miss that?
It was Adriana.
Oh, Adriana just realized we're not talking about Scott Peterson. No, not Scott. In fact, when you look up Drew, it always says not Scott Peterson.
Okay, Marquardt.
Okay. Marquardt.
Marquardt.
Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna mess it up, but Marquardt.
Got it. Bubble Bath Bourbon. Marquardt. I got it. Okay. Okay. What are we drinking? Okay. Sorry. I get so sidetracked.
I was looking.
Okay, so she's gonna pick. You pick for me. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys know about our giveaway tonight. We usually only have one giveaway during Criminals and Cocktails, but we had a really fun idea that we want to run by you guys. So we're gonna do the mystery boxes. We're gonna do them at the end of the stream. There will be two. There are 2 bottles. And with each bottle, we will also send a flight of samples finished Starlight, because next week we're going to be doing a flight of finished Starlight. And we thought it'd be nice if a couple of you guys had the same thing, so you could drink along. You can sip along with us at home. So the winners tonight will also get our flight for next week of finished Starlight. So, and you will tag Whiskey Mountains with your number of entries. I did fix the links in the description. They are correct. So every $5 gets you in. At the end of the night, we'll draw 2 names. First name gets first pick. Second name gets the other one. They're both bottles. They both have flights. So that makes sense.
I'm very excited for the people who get flights.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yes, it's going to be amazing.
So I realize I probably have one of the largest Starlight collections.
It's impressive. It is an entire shelf up here, and it's not just one row.
Yeah, so we figured might as well do a flight. I mean,
yeah. I've been asking for this for some time.
Yeah,
we just
I know.
We finally get the chance. She's been trying.
Is it Donald Wentz's birthday? Is that what I saw?
Birthday.
Happy birthday, Donald. And you're sharing it with us. That's so cool.
I might be in trouble because I didn't say happy birthday to my sister on the 3 minutes I was on last week.
You are a terrible person.
I am the worst. The worst. I spent those valuable minutes showing off the cute horse.
Okay. Fair. Did you guys know that I went to a rodeo?
She did.
I went to support Kathy Jo and Tim since we were supposed to be in Colorado and then we didn't go.
Yes.
So we went to the rodeo. Oh my God, I had so much fun. Of course, they did hook us up with VIP seats. So we weren't out in the blazing sun on the bleachers.
It wasn't they. That was all Tim.
Tim did.
I didn't know it happened. Like, I came to visit you guys when the rodeo was over, and I was like, how'd you guys get in the VIP tent?
Because your husband's amazing.
He is. He's wonderful.
I felt very important. I'm just saying. Oh, that's right, Mark. We saw you live on stream. That's right, because Shane was here and he was like, "We have to jump into HBR."
Oh, seriously? Oh, that's
We're like,
fun.
We can't hear anything. But it was such a good time.
We can't hear anything, but this is awesome.
Sugar Kitty says, "You're in Idaho. Of course you went to the rodeo."
Of course.
But I did realize then and there that I have to buy cowboy boots
Yes.
because it was really dusty and dirty, and so I wore girl boots. And you could just see these women going, "Oh, that's adorable."
Yeah. But your next rodeo is going to be inside in the air conditioning. So,
Okay.
yes.
All right. That means I can't get cowboy boots?
Oh, you should definitely get boots.
Okay, because Will said you have to take me shopping.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, put it on the calendar. It'll
Okay.
happen.
All right. So, Donald, I hope you have something good picked for your birthday pour.
Yes.
What'd you decide we're drinking?
C921.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly. It's a great go-to. It's just fantastic.
Okie dokie.
And not this exact bottle, but this C921 was my first bourbon hunting score.
Okay,
So I'm a little attached.
while she pours that, I'm going to talk about what the bottles are real quick that we're giving away and just do a little disclaimer and some things like that. So one of the bottles that comes with the flight is a New Riff pick by the Female Whiskey Society. So they did this pick, about a year or two ago. It was their first pick. And I had two of them. I've been hanging on to one for a while. So we're going to give that away tonight with a Starlight flight. And then the other one is a Yellowstone Idaho pick that they just released. And we'll be doing that with a Starlight flight. So those are the two bottles and flights that are up.
Bubble Bath Bourbon called me out.
What did he say?
Pinky out. It's true. I do everything I must have broken it at some point. But I love it when people point it out for me. It makes my heart happy. When I
don't do
wave,
that.
like when I'm at rodeos and in parades and things and I'm waving, I wave like these three fingers are connected, this one's out, and then of
You
course
don't
my
do
thumb
that.
is out.
You don't do that.
Oh no. You're going so fast in the arena, nobody can. It'll look like you're trying to slap yourself in the face. You got to do like a really quick little.
It's so dainty. She's so dainty. Okay. The other thing I want to let you guys know, we are doing our criminals and cocktails tonight. So we have this little disclaimer that we're going to read real quick.
Yes.
Okay. Before we jump into tonight, here's our little disclaimer. I'm going to read it because it's new. Okay. This case contains potentially disturbing topics such as homicide, domestic violence, and abuse that could be triggering for some individuals. Also, we do take these topics very seriously. However, we may use humor or lighthearted comments to tone down the darkness. So I promise we are not making light of the pain. We are just finding a way to share some true crime without spreading doom and gloom. We do not claim to be professionals. All of our content comes from research we have done. However, it often relies on interviews, court documents, and other sources that could influence of opinion. This is not meant to be your only source of facts on the case.
I would like to reiterate, we do not claim to be professionals.
We do not claim to be
especially me.
professionals.
Especially.
Oh, so Donald Rance is having a Brookladic 30-year in the glass right now, and then a 40-year. Oh, wow. Nice.
Good
Happy
for
birthday to
you.
you.
Yeah.
It's not, I haven't had those because I just barely dipped my toes in that area, but nice.
I'm saving this one right here for my birthday. Obviously not all of it.
So thank you for listening to my little disclaimer. Now we can go and have a good time. All right. Is there Juniper Lane is here. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Glad you're here. I love it, especially when you pop in for true crime.
Yes.
Hands were full. Well, I mean, you know, it happens. Okay. Tim Evans is here. Cheers, Tim. You have a bottle going out tomorrow. Hand delivery. Actually, I think you have 2 bottles going out tomorrow, hand delivery. So the Bourbon Wrench is here for the darkness.
Hello.
You are in the right place. So Kathy Jo's going to tell us about the cocktail. Did anybody get ingredients to make this with us? I know the patrons all had the ingredients early on. Since we did bump it back, I don't know if anybody's sipping with us, but the ingredients are in the description of the video if you want to go back and get them later and give it a try. If you do that, come back to the video and comment and let us know if you liked it.
Yes.
All right, take it away.
I'm very excited for this one. So we are starting.
Are you making mine too?
Yes, I'm going to make them both at the same time.
Okay.
So when I say like I'm doing 1 ounce, but it looks like I'm pouring 2, it's because I'm pouring 2.
It's because she's a lush.
I mean that too. That too.
Evening, Richie Z. Hi.
Okay, so the first ingredient is an ounce of vodka. So for us, it's 2 ounces of vodka. Just go with it.
I think that's a 2 ounce pour thing.
It's like a 2.5.
And at the spout thing, I think it stops it.
Oh,
2 ounces.
it did not.
Okay, so I lied.
I stopped it.
My husband did that. He's like, sure, it's 2 ounces.
Yes. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna want to put that in our lovely glass. Okay. So there's an ounce or 2 of vodka, then an ounce or 2 of bourbon. We for tonight have chosen Old Forester 1920.
So whiskey RN, I had a hard time with that too. There's some recipes that'll use a sour mix. Some people will use a peach schnapps instead. So there's other variations. This is just our twist. So if you have some sour mix, maybe try that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you probably could use blue curacao and just change it a funny color. It'd taste the same.
Would it?
Yeah.
Is blue curacao?
It's still oranges.
I don't know this stuff. I'm learning so much on my new channel.
I only learned that on my cruise earlier this year. That's
okay.
it. Okay. Then we are doing an ounce or 2 of pineapple juice.
So vodka, bourbon,
Yes.
pineapple juice.
Yes.
Okay.
1 ounce of each so far.
My eye immediately to that purple Springbank 18. Know what I mean? Yeah. It's really good. I did like that.
I feel like every video, the bottles are in a different order. How much fun would it be to play a game of what changed this week?
God, no. I can
See how much people are paying attention. I wouldn't.
I would lose my own game.
Could you?
Oh, yeah. That's actually.
Absolutely.
That is true.
Okay.
That is very true.
Then we're doing 2 ounces for today of orange juice.
Mhm.
Let me separate these 2 real quick. There we go. I love these little stacker cups.
I
They make my life so much easier. Okay.
It's not going to fit in there.
It's gonna fit. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Okay.
She's professional.
Then we are doing, I put it over here, a 1/2 ounce for a single serving of orange curacao. But first, since we're doing 2, we have a full ounce.
Good thing they're having ice in there.
Fine. Just fine. Okay. Then I'm going to put my lid on. Then I'm going to quadruple check to make sure that lid is closed because I would be the one to make sure, or to not make sure it was closed.
Jennifer Lane, you're funny.
So then we shake it.
I freaking love Jennifer Lane. She makes me laugh.
It shakes much more fun when there's ice in it.
You were going to teach me how to do that because apparently you were all making fun of me for the way that I shake.
We weren't making fun of you. We were making fun with you.
No, I don't think I was.
I think you may have. It's very easy.
Did.
You just go up, down, up, down. You make an X. And then that gets it in all of the sides of the
That
glass.
looks very aerobic.
It is. Oh, it is. You got to work off the calories you're about ready to consume. That's the thing. Okay. Then we just take this and we pour it into the glass.
Okay. So while she does that,
Yes.
she's going to garnish. We're going to. Oh, I'm excited. No, we're doing 2. We're doing 1 over rocks ice and 1 over crushed ice. You could do it either way. So, okay. So let's start talking about this case a little bit so we don't run out of time.
Yes.
And so basically the case summary is that Drew Peterson was convicted of murdering his 3rd wife.
Mm-hmm.
His 1st and 2nd wives kind of were like, he wasn't really that nice of a guy. And so he did get convicted of murdering his 3rd wife. He also married a girl that was 30 years younger than him that went missing shortly after all this. So it's interesting, to say the least. To
smell it. You can't open this and not smell it. Sorry.
Okay. So so anyway, and here's the kicker. He was a cop.
Yes.
Not only was he just a cop, he was like cop of the year for a minute. And he went to school he was a military police officer.
He was in the narcotics.
And I want to say, I think this is not the norm, my personal opinion, again, not a professional. But yeah, there's bad people in every profession, and he was definitely a bad person, in my opinion. So, all right. How are we doing?
Wonderfully.
Should we take a peek before we jump into it?
I did not grab the right size skewers.
I was not on camera.
No.
But it is beautiful.
So cute.
We forgot our little straws.
Straws are for wussies.
I'm a wussy.
All right, well, then that's not your straw.
Mm-mm. Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm great. Okay.
It tastes like one of those fruity little drinks. Cheers.
Cheers.
Those fruity little drinks that you can only have one of, or you're going to be hungover all day the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But you could totally have like 5 of them in the pool.
I've got cherry sauce on my fingers. This is great.
But you don't dare do it.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Julie was in here. I'd be like, it's very effervescent. I love that.
I like that.
Okay, that's her word. Okay.
Crap, it is good.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Whiskey Mountains, I mean, respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a little bit about Drew's background. So Drew Walter Peterson was born on January 5th in 1954 in Bolingbrook, Illinois. He went to Willowbrook High School, graduated in 1972, and he had a high school sweetheart. Her name was Carol Brown. They went to prom together, and a couple years after they graduated, they got married. So in 1974, they get married, and he briefly attended the College of DuPage before they moved to Virginia, and he joined the Army to train as a military police officer. So Carol and Drew had 2 sons, Stephen and Eric, and in 1977, Drew joined the Bolingbrook Police Department as a military officer. In 1978, they ordered him to join the Metropolitan Area Narcotics Squad. So 77, he joins. 78, they have him move over to this narcotics squad. 79, he's named the Bolingbrook's Police Officer of the Year. That's fast, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely fast.
So, like,
He must have been very good at his job.
I mean, really, because,
Yeah.
So, and then in 1980, Carol and Drew get divorced.
Yeah.
She finds out he's been cheating on him. So, I mean, he definitely had an eye for the ladies. He was like, it doesn't really matter who I'm with. You're pretty hot. Let's get together.
Yeah.
No
No offense to his ex-wives.
Well, I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And so in 1982, so just 2 years later after the divorce is final, he marries Vicki Connolly. They co-owned a bar in Chicago. And, or no, sorry, it was like a suburb of Chicago, right outside of Chicago. Anyway, they were married for a short period of time, and she later claims that he hit her, but not hard enough to leave physical evidence, that it was more mental and enough to like freak her out to keep her under his thumb, you know? So like he wasn't beating on her, but he was knocking her around.
Oh, yeah.
So, moral of the story, don't marry your high school sweetheart. I mean, okay. But I guess he bugged their house. He had like cameras and microphones all around their house to make sure she was
Very
like
creepy.
behaving,
Yeah.
doing what she's supposed to do.
Very creepy.
And her daughter claims that Drew physically and mentally abused her all throughout her mother's marriage. And the big thing that Vicki did say is later she would come out and say that he would often say, I could kill you. And everyone would think it was an accident.
Oh, yeah, and I can make it look like an accident.
Yeah.
And put a pin in that bugging the house thing, by the way. Just remember that.
So, here's a man, you get married. He's a cop. He's cop of the year. And he's like, you don't think I don't know how to get rid of you? And no one would think anything of it?
A little creepy.
She's probably like, oh, shit, he's probably right.
Yeah.
Emily Chambers, he didn't hit. He only slapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
That's still a hit.
So in 1982, he gets accused of bribery, disobedience, and misconduct. He'd been working undercover as an undercover agent for like years, and he was found guilty of it later. So he appealed the case, and then he was rehired.
Yeah, he got his job back.
So
well, here's a little.
Yeah, so he got convicted of all this bad cop shit, and then he appealed it, and they're like, oh, that makes sense.
I think this is the third show in a row where I wish I had a red flag to wave.
You need a red flag. Foul.
Yeah.
Is that it? Foul. Flag on the play.
Flag on the field. Something. Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know. Zach Jones says, "Cheers, lady. Kathy Joe, stay away from that caffeine." You watched.
Yeah. Little caveat: I did come running into the house with that level of energy today because I did have too much caffeine.
It's true.
It's true. I was.
That's why we filmed that one.
Yes. Yeah, it was great.
Okay, so 1982, he gets accused of the bribery. He ends up getting his job back. 10 years later, they get a divorce because he was cheating on her.
What?
He was cheating on her with Kathleen Savio.
Huh.
Yeah. And can you imagine that? Cheated on his
crazy.
first wife, cheated on his second wife.
It's weird. Patterns.
I mean,
Red flag.
Can you guess what happened?
I mean,
he married the third one. Exactly. He did.
Yes.
He got married again.
Yeah.
Lilith Morgan says, yes, Kathy Joe was Starbucks excited.
It was. I was a mess this afternoon. Yeah, it was
so
great.
Much fun.
Yeah.
We got so many YouTube shorts filmed today.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. Whiskey Mountain says, what? He would cheat on his wife?
Crazy.
Yeah. So,
inconceivable.
So, they get married. But Kathleen, when she met Drew, it was a blind date. Like, he told her that he was single.
Right.
He was going on blind dates while he was married.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't do that, right?
Red flag.
And but I will say, right after they got divorced, when the divorce was finalized, like 2 months later, they get hitched. Yeah. Because he wouldn't do it to her. She's different.
Right.
We're all different. And I'm not making fun of her. She's different. I think every girl, at least at some point in their life, has thought, I'm the one.
Oh, I'll change him. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Find yourself a man that doesn't need changing. Life lesson.
Jason Busey says that I need to convince William Davillard that we need no. We do not need a French Mastiff. They are adorable little puppies. I am 5 feet tall, and I don't need a pile of poop the size of both my feet put together.
I can just see that puppy coming to greet you at the door and standing up on its hind legs and knocking you down because it's already 1.5 feet taller than you.
Yes.
At 6 months old.
Yes.
I'm not saying she's short, but sorry, you were supposed to look that way.
I know where you sleep. Okay. So I shouldn't say that on this stream.
That's true. Yeah. Any other week, maybe, but.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I switched to the longer skewer. This works much better.
Oh, what?
Pass over your garnish.
Why?
Because I'll switch you to the longer skewer so it doesn't fall in.
Oh, all right. Okay. She's a little OCD, I'm just saying.
No.
Okay. So anyway, Kathleen and Drew get married, and she was 28, he was 38. And
not a red flag. That's fine.
No, I mean, so in 1993, Kathleen and Drew had a son, Thomas. And then in 1994, they had another son, Christopher. So, one right after the other, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that's so hard on your body. But okay, that's a different story. But then what happened was she started withdrawing from her family, and those red flags that happen. She's not talking to her sister as much. He has a lot more control over what she's wearing, what she's doing, where is she going, checking receipts, all those things that we're like red flag.
Overreaching surveillance. That's what I'm going to call it
Okay.
for now.
So, but here's the thing. Kathleen didn't ever see herself as someone that would be in an abusive relationship. So she's kind of spicy, and she'd come right back at him, and they'd have these screaming matches, and it usually didn't end well for her. But yet she never backed down. She was just, there was this one time that she was like, knock it off. And she got a little mouthy with him, and he didn't. She's been in the emergency room a few times. She talked about him putting her in arm bars and chokeholds, and she went to the police. So she went to the police multiple times, and but it was always his buddies that would show up on the call. They never filed a report. He never was so much as put in handcuffs. I mean, I'm sorry, that's shitty.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's...
they're like, oh, but policeman of the year. And I'm guessing he's a totally different person at work.
Absolutely. I know people who are like, the person they are at home is completely unrecognizable from the person that they are at work. It is. People have that ability to concentrate on different personas. And
I guarantee you that people like, I don't know, Emily Chambers and Jason Busey, I bet they do not believe that you could snuff someone out with your bare hands.
Right.
I mean, don't get mad. Don't get mad.
If any of you are...
Wait, I cannot do this thing. It is way too confusing. I can't.
Nope.
No, it's too much. Okay, I just want to drink the
They're
drink.
on medium sized over here, but I just don't want to reach for it.
That's okay. I'm going to end up pouring it down my shirt without straw anyway.
That will be our fourth spill of the day.
Yes. Okay.
3 of them were me.
So she was like trying to focus on being the perfect wife, the perfect mom. She loved being a mom. And things became so violent. She ended up in the emergency room multiple times. And even the emergency room would like file complaints and nothing would happen. And, between 2002 and 2004, just in those 2 years, 18 domestic disturbance calls to the Peterson house. 18.
That's like 1 every 6 weeks.
Unfreaking real.
Yeah. That's not right. But
Did
never
William
tough.
Davillard, did you share that? No. Mm-mm. There's something about penicillin. I think it's the name. I don't know. Can't do it. So in 2001, 47-year-old Drew met 17-year-old hotel receptionist Stacy Kales. So he's like, oh, and he's like, hey, pretty young thing, what's your name? Mm-hmm. And she's like, high strong man that could be stable and take care of me and is a cop and all
and
that.
Probably says he's single.
Right? I mean, it's I don't know. So I've got a picture, and I always forget that I have these.
Oh, you put me on this job too. That's the thing.
So here's Stacy. You can see she's much younger than him, and they're doing their thing, and I don't know. I lost him. So just because I suck at this, I'm going to show you guys. So there's Stacy Peterson, Drew Peterson, and Kathleen Savio.
This is the current love triangle.
So, Drew is currently married to Kathleen. He's being really violent. She can't get any help. She's feeling trapped. And he meets Stacy Peterson. At the time, she is 17, and she's a hotel receptionist. And, she didn't have the best home life. She was looking, for someone that could love her and care for her and all that good stuff. He does look like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus. My gosh.
Mm-hmm. I don't mean to disgrace Tim Allen in the Santa Claus, but
Zach Jones says the same thing. So, okay, this guy, let me tell you, here's him when he's just like, hello. Yeah. Hello, you. How are you?
Posing for a professional photographer.
Like, okay, yeah, you're a piece of work. So anyway, he starts messing around with her. He's convincing this 17-year-old girl to even come down into his basement while his wife and kids are upstairs sleeping. And red flag. Red flag. Pointing to me.
No, that's my red flag. I've got to get one of these things.
Oh
Apparently,
my
you can buy
God.
100 of them on Amazon.
Oh my gosh. So this is going on, and Kathleen has no idea.
No.
Like nothing. And apparently everybody knew. All his colleagues knew, like the mayor knew that he's involved with this 17-year-old minor. I mean, I'm not saying the mayor knew for sure. This is supposedly what was said. So there is an anonymous letter that gets sent to Kathleen that basically tells her everything about it.
Oh, you have the letter.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
So anyway, it tells basically everything that was going on. And there's a link in our description so that you can see this letter. If you want to go look it up, the link's in the description. But it is, she sent this later to the Attorney State General. Oh, that did show up nicely. And I took it off.
That's very clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
somebody's on a phone though. I mean,
yeah. So then sorry, I got sidetracked. So she gets this letter and it basically says, everybody knows he's messing around with this 17-year-old minor. Her name is this. She lives here. This is who knows about it. Don't go to officials. Don't go to the police. They're not going to help you, kind of thing. And they just lay it all out for her.
and here's her address.
And here's her address.
Mhm.
Okay, that's kind of shitty. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
What?
Here's your address. Like,
Oh, I mean,
go get it or something.
that's like just setting someone up to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so she has this huge fit. She takes this. She goes to Drew. She confronts him. Is this true? What is this? What's going on? You're doing this, aren't you? And they have this massive fight. So she's like, I'm done. So she, after 11 years of marriage, she files for divorce. So what does he do? He moves into a house less than a quarter mile away and moves in Stacey Kale's.
What?
Wouldn't you move in the 17-year-old?
Yeah, absolutely.
No one sees anything wrong with this.
Nobody.
That's what blows my mind. Like no one even notices what's going on. So Eric the Barbarian, during Peterson's marriage to his second wife, police were called 5 times to his house for domestic violence. All 5 times, police failed to file a single report.
Yeah.
WTF.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that really shook me. I mean, I knew that she told some things that we'll get to later, but I did not know that. I didn't find that piece.
Yeah. This is in 2001.
Yes, 2001.
Yeah.
So it's October of 2001. She gets the letter. She files for divorce, and then he then moves down the street or a quarter mile away, moves in Stacey, and starts getting visitation with his kids. And Stacey's like helping care for his kids, and she gets pregnant.
What?
Yes.
No.
How's that happen? Anyway.
I think I read a book on it once, but I'll
So
tell you later.
now, this young girl, 30 years younger than him, which I don't care about age difference. I care about that age difference. I have an issue. Anyway, she's pregnant. She's helping to take care of his 2 kids that he's getting on the weekends. The Black Eyed Susan is a Maryland cocktail and used to be famous for rye. Makes me think the recipe should call for rye and not bourbon. And the original recipe just might, because I know that there's so many different variations of this drink. So yeah, I mean, we
Absolutely.
can totally try it with a rye. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I know this is totally off topic. It's a little rabbit hole. I'm gonna go down here for a second.
That's what
I've
we
been
do.
finding more and more ryes that I like.
I'm so proud.
Adriana, don't hate me. I used to be. There's some. I think what happened is when I first started drinking whiskey, everybody just fed me all those strong dill pickle ryes.
Yeah, no. That's
And
not
I
nice.
just made up my mind right then and there that I wasn't gonna like rye.
That's not nice. And I like rye. I don't have a problem with
I
it.
know you like rye.
Yeah. Well, especially Angel's Envy Rye. Oh, can you imagine Angel's Envy Rye in this?
No, it'd be too sweet.
I'd like it.
I know you would.
And I don't have
Okay.
a sweet tooth. Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Back
to it.
on the main trail, off the rabbit trail.
I'll stay tuned in. Okay. Now, guys, don't forget, it's 9:40. We have the 2 mystery box bottle giveaways.
Yes.
They each come with a Starlight finished flight for the flight that we're going to be doing next week so that you guys will have what we're drinking.
Follow along.
So,
at home.
bottle and flight, 2 winners.
That's like winning 2 mystery boxes right there. To get a bottle and a flight.
Whiskey Mountain. Adriana's upset. Sorry. It's okay.
It's not my fault. I haven't been feeding her the rice, for the record.
That's true. Okay. So back to it. I'm so sorry, guys. October 2001. Remember, she's filed for divorce. He's moved a little bit down the ways. Moved in the young girl. She's now pregnant.
She's knocked up.
So then he starts doing this whole. He brings Stacy with him to drop the kids off drop the kids off back with Kathleen after a visit. And Kathleen's like, rightfully so, like, what the F are you doing bringing her here?
Yeah.
Get her out of here. Get her away from my kids. She's barely
older than the kids are.
Yeah. She's like, how dare you? You were cheating with me with her. She ruined our marriage. Now she's pregnant. Get her out. Well, so I don't know exactly what happened. There's a couple different versions of this, but either way, a fist fight starts.
Yeah.
The whole who threw the first punch thing, it's debatable. Never really, I couldn't get a clear answer.
Yeah.
But there's a fist fight. So Drew videotapes the fist fight, which I find so odd because if the timeline is right, she's pregnant.
And it's 2001.
So
it's not like he could just pull out his iPhone and start recording. They weren't themed then.
Yeah.
Like he had this like tape loaded in the camera.
Yeah.
In the truck kind of thing.
So he tapes it. And then he tackles her to the ground, pins her down, and has her arrested for assault on Stacy. Like I said, I don't really know. I mean, I might not blame the girl, but I mean, there's probably someone else I'd be smacking around at that point in time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, Kathleen decides to go for half of Drew's assets at this point in the divorce. She's like, I want half. You owe me. I'm done with you. And it looks like at this point, she's going to get it.
Which is not enough.
No.
Fair. I mean, truly.
Right. I mean, she took care of those kids and
she deserves it all, but.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I forgot to say, tag Whiskey Mountains if you enter the giveaway.
Yes.
Every $5 gets you in.
Yes.
Whiskey Mountains is tracking for us tonight, which right when we're done with this little section, we're going to talk about her and what she's got going on.
Yes.
Okay. So she starts getting into this ugly divorce. It looks like they're going to side with her, and it starts getting ugly. It starts getting really ugly. He's starting to say, I'm going to kill you and make it look like an accident. Did you guys put that pin in it? Like, same words. Yeah. I could kill you, make it look like an accident. No one's going to believe it was me. And so she can't get help. She's gone to the police. They won't do anything. And so she writes a letter to the state's attorney and is like, please, this is what's going on. She sends a copy of the letter that she got.
To the media.
She sends a copy to the media. She sends all like the hospital reports, everything. It's like, somebody freaking help me. This guy's going to kill me. He's going to kill me.
Can you imagine how much easier this would have been with Facebook?
Oh my God.
I mean,
it doesn't pay to be a killer nowadays.
Right?
Someone's going to find out. Okay. So, and then she's like, he's so manipulative. He's going to either take my children. If that doesn't work, he's going to kill me. So in the letter, he says that he got into her home using a garage door opener that he had programmed himself and hidden. And she was out of town with her kids. And when she comes back, he's there. And he's like, sit down on the ground. He's in full SWAT uniform. She doesn't sit down, so he pushes her down on the stairs. He pulls a knife out, brings it to her neck, and then he just pulls it back and leaves. After berating her for quite a period of time,
no big deal.
He just pulls the knife out, threatens her, and then puts it away and leaves. She writes all this in this letter. She says she couldn't call the police because they wouldn't do anything. It would just make it worse. She talks about the damage it's doing to her kids' mental health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you imagine? Well, I mean, some people can. Some people have lived through it.
Yeah.
the damage it does to a kiddo, I don't know. I'd love to push him down on the stairs, put him in, and I mean, there's just things.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming that he's getting that now.
For legal reasons, we're halfway joking.
In 2003, now Stacy is 19 years old and he is 49. They get married because what does he do?
He's a serial marrier.
He gets married. You know, I mean, because she's different.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna change him.
She's gonna change him.
And she's pregnant.
Yes.
It's gonna change everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm just saying this is what girls think.
Oh, it is.
I mean, I tried to change a few guys when I was younger.
Rom-coms.
Mm.
We are preconditioned to think that we can change men because we are awesome.
Yeah.
Find yourself a man that doesn't need changing. Okay.
So she gets married.
Yes.
And here's the thing. They have 2 kids. They have Anthony and Lacey. Anthony Peterson and Lacey Peterson. No connection, just totally coincidental.
Yeah.
How weird is that? I mean, I read that and I'm like, no freaking way.
I know.
No freaking way.
Who did this?
Who did this? So, again, if you marry Peterson and your name is Lacey, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
So, in 2003, they get married. They end up having 2 sons. And then what does he start doing? Monitoring the movements, getting really controlling.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes a step further with her. Starts saying how she's going to look. Gets her a tummy tuck, breast augmentation, LASIK, changed her hair color. What else was it? There was, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Made her like his own little Barbie doll.
And somehow, even back here, put a tracking device in her boat so we could keep track of her. Overbearing surveillance.
And this is when the new phones were coming out. They were like
this is like before iPhone still.
Oh yeah, it was like they had. I think the newest, funnest thing then was the flip phone, the Motorola little. Boop,
oh yeah,
go, A, B.
Oh yeah.
C.
This is before 2.9 texting. This is before the slide phones. Like yeah.
Okay.
It's in that era.
So one time she was out and he's like, "Where have you been?" She's like, "I told you I was with my sister. I wanted to go shopping. I needed to pick up a couple things." So, I don't believe you. And she's like, "Knock it off. Quit it. You know, stop it. I was with my sister. I told you this. Like, let me see the receipt." She's like, "What?" He's like, "I don't believe you." So he pushes her up against the wall and strips her naked. And she's like, "Why?" He's like, he was looking for evidence that she had been with another man or cheated or something along those lines. And red flag. Red flag. Yeah. That's right, James Morgan. Red flag.
Do 2 hands at this point, I think.
So, I mean, I don't know. Never mind. I don't think it's normal for a man out of anger to throw a woman up against the wall and strip her naked.
Hell no. It's not normal under any circumstance.
Okay, so late in February 2004, Drew's threats to Kathleen got worse. They got more frequent because now he's like, they got this upcoming the final hearing that's going to grant whatever in their child support and this and that. Because they did the divorce part, but they hadn't figured out the child support and the alimony and shit. And so it's getting pretty scary. So she starts telling people, he is going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to make it look like an accident. It's going to happen. Well, the last weekend of February in 2004, they had the kids. It was their weekend, and they had to bring them back after the last weekend in February. Well, the last weekend in February, Stacy, they go to bed early, same time. She wakes up like at the wee hours of the morning, and she can't find him. And so she goes down there, and down the stairs, she's looking around, and he's in the laundry room, and he's taking off these black clothes and putting them in the washer. And she's like, "What are you doing? Where have you been? Drew, what are you doing?" And she saw him throw something else in there. And so she keeps kind of pressing him. And he's like, "You know what I did. You know where I was." And at that point, she's like, then he walks off. She looks in the washing machine and there's all his black clothes and some women's clothes that were not hers.
Yeah.
They did end up being Kathleen's clothes. So, so she didn't say anything, you know, which at this point, shit, everything he's promised, he's pretty much done. So, he goes on March 1st to Kathleen's house and the neighbors are out there and he's like, hey neighbors, I've been trying to bring these kids back. She hasn't been home. Do you guys know what's going on? Like, what's going on, man? You guys want to go check it out? Do you have a key? Like, no, I don't have a key. And finally one of the neighbors is like, I mean, I know a locksmith. It's like, oh yeah, call the locksmith.
That'll help.
So the locksmith comes and he makes sure that he is not the first one in the house. He's like, oh no, I mean, you know, she's pressed charges on me before, called the cops on me. You guys better go in first.
Yeah. Cops know the tricks.
So they go in first. They're like, oh my God, found a body.
Yeah.
You know, like they do. And sure enough, they find Kathleen dead in the bathtub. Bathtub was empty. There's no water in it. There's blood all over. She's got a gash in her head and bruises all over her body. So cops show up. They see this bathtub with no water, the blood all over, the gash in the back of her head, bruises all over her body. And they're like, accidental drowning. All right, Drew, go ahead and, you know, anything you need from the house or, you know, it's accidental drowning. What the fuck? What? I mean, I know maybe they weren't, okay, it was handled incorrectly.
Oh, yeah.
So he's walking all over the crime scene. He's sitting there. Later, you know, everybody has to give their statements or whatever. And they get, his alibi is Stacy. So when they sit down to interview Stacy, they allow him to sit there with her with his hand on her while she gives her statement as to whether or not he was with her. How many different ways did they fail this freaking?
Oh, huge.
So,
huge.
Yeah, they clearly, yeah. Anyway, then because it involved his, you know, he was the spouse or ex-spouse or whatever, and he was a cop, they bring in like the state investigators, but they had never really done this. They did like, you know, tickets and shit like that.
Yeah.
They'd never really done a homicide. I mean, so this thing went sideways from the beginning. And poor Kathleen, I mean, she did not get what she should have got. I mean, I don't know. So, okay, let me take a breath.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yes. Oh,
so
yeah.
basically,
Okay.
he's on his fourth wife. One's now dead.
Mm-hmm.
The police have never helped her, and they're apparently not going to freaking help her now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I got a serious fucking problem.
Yeah.
At this point, real quick, can I jump in?
Yes, we need to talk about. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have
Give us
put
something
in
to
the
smile about.
description. In the description of this video is a link to Adriana's Alzheimer's fundraiser. This woman is, I mean, so passionate about not only this fundraiser, but helping to cure Alzheimer's in general. She's personally involved in it. And there's some amazing bottles being given away in this this fundraiser. I know I've seen, I don't know, Adriana, I don't know how many bottles you have now. Last time I looked, I want to say there was like 35, 40. But thank you, Independent Joe, for dropping that link. Please go check that out. It's a huge thing. It's on July 10th on YouTube live. Lots of ways to win, lots of ways to support. So
9 p.m. Eastern.
please don't
6
forget
p.m.
about that.
Pacific.
Wow, that a quick turnaround, nicely done and good to hear. Bubble bath bourbon. Oh, I missed something. I don't know what it was. I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry.
I was so
Anyway,
excited about the fundraiser.
I was too excited about the
Yeah.
fundraiser. So I wanted to throw some sunshine in there in between before we go into the next section.
Yes.
It is 9:54. So remember, we always run a little bit over on criminals and cocktails, so you still have time to get your entries in. I'm going to do a quick self-plug. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you like our content, it'd be a great time to just hit the subscribe button and help us get closer to that goal. it's really a big deal for us to
Yeah.
hit 1,000. I don't really
we're
care
gonna have a
how
party.
long it takes. I'm just getting excited because it's getting closer.
Yes.
So,
We're gonna have a party.
oh my
When we
gosh,
hit 1,000.
we're gonna give
Oh, yeah.
away. We're gonna give away all the shit.
Oh, we're like saving bottles aside for giveaways for the 1,000 mark. Like,
Heck yeah.
it's gonna be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring balloons. They probably won't be helium filled because apparently there's a shortage or some crap. But
I'm not blowing them up.
I'll just go plug in the air compressor that we use to fill up the pool floaties. It'll be great. Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. Yeah.
We're so classy here that I didn't get to have my pool here when we got the new house.
Uh-huh.
So I got a massive hot tub and I just turn it down and we put floaties in it and close
yeah.
our eyes and pretend it's a pool.
And to fill the pool floaties, we take a little air compressor that plugs into the cigarette lighter in the car. And then we just sit with the door open in the car. Yeah.
You know what I hear in my head right now? We're fancy like Applebee's. Okay. Anyway.
It's true. It's true.
Okay. So
Okay.
So now she's gone. Kathleen's gone.
Yes.
Stacy very much knows at this point that her husband likely did it.
Oh,
and
she has to.
What is she going to do about it?
Yeah, she's tracked.
So
if she knows anything about what happened, like she knows she's tracked.
Yeah.
So, a month after the not crime scene was established, the autopsy results came back, and it came in as it came in as an accidental drowning. But again, like Michelle said, there was no water in the tub. There was dried blood in the tub. There was a massive head wound. WTF.
Yeah. I mean,
bruising all over. Like,
yeah.
Red flag. Okay. So, as expected, Drew then cashes in the life insurance because, well,
that's what you do when you kill somebody. You cash in the life insurance.
Absolutely. And then sells the house.
That's what I would do next.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get more money. And then the two kids come over and they're now four kids.
Now they're one big happy family.
Oh, yeah.
So Stacy's raising the 3 kids, and she's got, oh, by the way, she now has a second baby on the way.
Yes. So she adopts the 2 kids.
Yeah, she did.
She adopts the 2 kids.
kids. Yeah.
And she's raising the 2 kids from the previous marriage. She's pregnant again. She's 20 years old. 20 years old, has 4 kids. Well, 3 plus half of one.
Half one.
Yeah. Okay. I can't imagine.
Whiskey Mountains, I know. It's so disappointing when that happens.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She drowned and then reached over and unplugged it to allow the water out. Yeah, that's
I mean, maybe she was laying there unconscious and didn't want to drown, so she unplugged it and he let her.
right.
That could be it.
Yeah, that could be it.
Okay.
Very dry. Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. So at this point, she knows. She has to know that it was his fault. Like, and he got away with it. She's trapped. There's no way to leave.
He's like, you know what I did?
This is where we are. Then Drew starts telling Stacy, or starts telling people, that Stacy was mentally unstable.
Yeah.
So now he's planting a seed.
Well, and he's saying, especially when it's
during her time of the month. Like, no uterus, no opinion. Okay.
So that's a great defense when you're planning to kill someone. You're like, by the way, you know she's crazy, especially that time of the month.
Especially.
Okay, listen, asshole. Now you really need to fry.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And then he just kept making her into the person that he wanted. So LASIK, breast implants, tummy tuck, hair done.
Yeah.
And she didn't have any say in any of the decisions.
Yep.
Overbearing. Okay. Then, red flag. Okay. So August 2007, we are now 4+ years past the accidental drowning.
Mm-hmm. 4 years.
4 years later. Okay. So Stacy is talking to her pastor. And Stacy says that he killed his previous wife.
Because shit's getting real for Stacy now.
Yeah.
She's like, I need out.
Yeah, he's very controlling. He's controlled every aspect of the life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So she tells the pastor, he killed his previous wife. And she said, I fear for my life. So she's telling this to her pastor. And then she said, oh, by the way, also, can you keep this to yourself?
Yeah, because he's like, well, what would you, he's still taken back. He's like,
Yeah.
What would you like me to do with this? She's like, you just keep it to yourself, please. That'd
Yeah,
be great.
that'd be great. And he was like, what? Like, Catholic priest, that's very normal. Yeah, ish. But like, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, he did.
He was like,
he was conflicted.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
he did that. He kept it to himself.
He did. Then the next day, Drew approaches said pastor.
The next day.
And says, by the way, I know you and Stacy had a talk. Hey, why don't you come with me? We'll go for a ride in my ultralight plane that he probably bought with the sale of the house money.
Yeah.
In all fairness, and life insurance.
I hear you talk to my wife. When she told you that
I
killed
killed
wife.
my.
So, hey,
ex-wife
why don't
and-
you come jump in my
Let's
private
go on a
ultralight plane and I'll drive.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Red flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, red flag. Okay, so shortly after this, then Stacy's talking with Kathleen's attorney and says,
Oh, sorry. To clarify, Lil, the priest did not go. The pastor said, you're freaky as shit. I'm not getting in a plane with you.
right, yeah, oh yes, yeah, no, that is important. He saw the red flag. Thank goodness somebody did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, he did not.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's talking with the attorney and says, I want a divorce, but I know that Drew killed Kathleen. And then he had to explain to Stacy that she can't use this against him in the divorce, because that would make her an accomplice after the fact.
Yeah, because she goes to him and she's like, listen, I want to get a divorce, but I don't have any money and I've got all these kids now. I adopted these. Now I have 4 kids. I have no skills. But I know he told me that he killed his wife. So can I use that as leverage in the divorce?
Yeah.
The attorney's like, honey, no,
No.
that's a felony that you didn't say any. You can't use that in the divorce.
Right.
She had no clue.
No, yeah,
Okay.
like,
So I mean, and that tells you how mentally young she was,
Yeah.
and inexperienced, and
she's
the control that he kept her like that.
she was 20 when the accidental drowning happened. So this makes her 24. And she's like, okay, so here, listen. Great. Okay. And then he was concerned that Drew might know that Stacy wanted a divorce and
Yeah.
has a secret cell phone.
And she said, he's like, does he know that you are talking to a divorce attorney? Because he's like freaked out.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no, he doesn't know I have this cell phone.
Yeah.
Well, he knows you talk to your priest.
Right. Yeah. I think he knows. Okay. So October 27th, this is 2007. So this is like 2 months after the talk with the pastor. Okay. So Drew asked his stepbrother, Thomas Morphy, to help move a heavy container into his car. Okay.
Yeah, Lil, she stuck around that long.
Yeah. No,
she
she
kept
did.
saying he's the breadwinner. What would I do?
Yeah. Manipulation. Okay. So Drew calls his stepbrother, Thomas Morphy, and says, hey, I need your help. I need you to put this very heavy container into your car. And like, we'll talk about the next day later. Okay, so he confided in a friend. He was like, I think I just helped move Stacy's body. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
And he's shit-faced drunk.
So shit-faced.
He's like, oh my God.
Yeah, like,
just devastated.
it was 100, it was about 140 pounds and it was warm. Like, okay. All right, cool. So the next day, he got shit-faced drunk.
We're talking prescription pills,
Oh, yeah.
alcohol,
Like-
the works. He had a history of drug and alcohol abuse anyway, but people said this was like off the rails.
This was it. He tried to take his own life and it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So this was October 27th. October 28th, Stacy Peterson is reported missing.
So
Yes, Drew's stepbrother
yeah,
is the one who brought in on it.
Drew's stepbrother is who he asked to help move this heavy container.
Yeah.
And he fought a lot of demons over that.
Yes. Yeah. I take that back. This isn't when she was reporting missing. This is when it was claimed that she went missing. Because Drew said that she called him at 9 p.m. on the 28th. So one day after this moving of a heavy container to say, I'm leaving you for another man, and I left my car at the airport.
Yeah. So so what he's claiming is that she left those 4 kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 2 that she adopted plus the 2 that they had together.
Yes.
Yes.
Has she given birth yet? I don't know that part. I didn't find that part.
Yeah, because she was pregnant.
Yeah, so she must have.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
went
pregnant
by.
during the accidental drowning.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, this is 4 years later. Oh yeah. She's. Oh yeah.
that baby's baked.
Oh
So,
yeah. Yeah. If she's still pregnant,
so
there's
he's
something
saying
else
that
wrong.
she just up and left, and that's that.
Mhm.
I mean.
Yeah.
And this now the red flags are starting to come out. People are like, huh.
Everybody else is seeing the red
That's
flag.
odd.
Yeah.
What are the chances of that?
Yeah. So October 29th, the next day, Stacy's sister calls the police and says, hey, I need to report my sister missing, because the kids told Stacy's sister that there had been a big fight.
Richie Z, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So then November 2007, so like October 29th was the reported missing date. November, Kathleen's body was re-examined.
Thank God.
And the case was reopened.
So they're like
4 years later.
They're like, that chick's been dead for a while, but it's starting to seem like maybe we screwed that up.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take another
Maybe
look
we
at
should
that.
take another look.
Good
So,
land.
and then in December 2007, so the next month, Drew Peterson retires as a police sergeant.
Now there was a whole thing about his retirement. They were at first like they let him have his pension, then they weren't going to let him have it, and then he was going to have. It was like a whole thing, but it ended up that because he hadn't been convicted of anything, they're like, shit, we have to give him his pension.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh. Oops. All right. So he started doing major TV interviews, like big time. And he was always like in front of the media. Like he was there claiming his innocence constantly.
And it wasn't even like, no, I'm innocent. It was just like, hi.
Oh, yeah.
Look at me, Vogue.
Yeah.
It was a lot of interviews and a lot of he just really loved the spotlight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And then February 2008. So November to February, 3 months after Kathleen's body was re-examined, the coroner concluded that the manner of death was drowning during a struggle, and it was finally declared as a homicide case. Now, I will say at this point, the water probably did drain from the tub. And she probably did. So the drowning during, all right, I'll take it.
I think I couldn't get my hands on him. I'd love to see the crime scene photos because I'd love when it says dried blood. I'd like to know, was it like the water drained out and there was like a watered down blood dried, or
like,
was it like
light,
cooling blood?
Or was it like a super dark collection?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, James Morgan, very narcissistic. He was very much, like the other Peterson.
Which one?
It's true. It must be a Peterson thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry if there's any Petersons out there. I didn't really mean that.
Many apologies. Many.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Don't come for me.
Yeah, no. So, January 2008, to 2009, so a year plus, Drew did a string of media appearances and interviews. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
Yeah.
Okay. So, of course, once the coroner's report comes out, obviously, they had to take Drew away. hang on. Sorry. We got to back up a little bit. Sorry. We're not there yet. I'm reading the wrong bullet
Happens to
point.
me all the
know.
time.
I know. I'm on
You know,
the
it's,
wrong bullet.
it's
Okay.
a whole thing. I need a teleprompter so we don't,
Yes.
so we don't screw
exactly.
up the main points.
Yeah, exactly. So after a radio interview from county jail, Judge Stephen White severely limited Peterson's access to the media.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, freaking knock it off.
Oh yeah.
He did a radio interview from the county jail.
Yeah.
Judge is like, listen, asshole, you
Yeah.
are like
We gotta-
indicted for murder.
Yeah.
Quit it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, but we're gonna back up a little bit further even. So December 2008. Ready? Drew gets engaged.
Because what does he do? He marries.
He's a serial marrier.
Why do these
We can
women
prove
keep
this,
marrying
okay?
this man?
Right?
For the love of God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So he gets engaged to a woman named Christina Rains, 23 years old.
I mean, he really likes that age gap.
He
has a type.
does.
He has a type.
Oh yeah, young.
And don't get me wrong,
It's-
I don't have a problem with age gaps.
Oh no.
I have a problem with taking advantage of naivety.
Yes,
And I think
absolutely.
he totally focused on not just young girls, but young naive girls
Who could
that
be
were
easily
looking for
manipulated.
that were looking
Yeah.
for something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at 23, at that point, he would have been.
He would have been in his early 50s, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to say it'd still be roughly that same age difference. I'd say it would be 30 to 32 years age
Oh, yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
It's a very good question. Now I
Come
have to
on.
look that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, little daddy issues. Probably, yeah.
maybe.
They filled out a pre-dating questionnaire. No, I'm joking.
What's your dating profile?
So December 2008 is when they got engaged. January 2009, Christina moved out.
So that's 1 month.
Yeah, 1 month.
1 month.
Because her father gave her an ultimatum because of Peterson's controlling behavior. So
Dad was scared.
Christina's father was like, holy crap, this guy is overbearing and controlling, and you need to leave. Here's an ultimatum. All right. She's
Okay.
like, you're right, Daddy. I'm out.
Okay, so
Somebody
it says
listened.
he was 54.
Oh,
so it was
thank
a
you.
31-year-old
Okay, yes.
difference.
Yeah. In his 50 years. Yeah, absolutely. So May 7th, 2009. So body was re-examined November. February is when coroner was like, oh yeah, this was drowning during a struggle. And then May 2009, Peterson was indicted.
Indicted.
Finally, in the murder of Kathleen with a bail of $20 million. Not enough.
There was a whole thing about that
But-
too. Did you hear that part?
You go for it.
So I don't think it's in our thing.
Yeah, it's not written down, but
There was a whole thing about like he started claiming he tried to like file suit or something about how he was supposed to get this money and he was going to use it for his defense, and then they reneged on it, and so it wasn't fair that he had to sit in jail because he didn't get the money, and it just wasn't fair. Doggone it. It just wasn't fair. So anyway, it was a thing.
so he was indicted 2009, May 2009. Okay. In 2012, the trial finally began. Finally. Also, can we talk about congratulations for Christina Visian getting out of there?
Oh yeah.
Good job, darling.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah, good job, Dad.
You know, finally, Dad puts his foot down. I bet she was so mad at him and hated him for it, and now she's like, "Oh, good job, Dad."
Oh yeah, high fives to Papa Raines. Yeah, you bet. Okay, so 2012, trial began. There was a lot of hearsay evidence that eventually got ruled out as inadmissible. But then later they allowed it.
They did
Because
because there was they pulled. So
they cited a law from 2008.
there was new things that came out, and there was a law that they cited that was like, okay, if you can prove that the person was killed directly related to and told this to someone, there's a bunch of points that had to be met.
Yeah.
Requirements.
Oh yeah.
Me and words, it's requirements. That's the word.
Yeah. So they could, like, Kathleen was murdered in 2007. This thing happened in 2008. This trial happened where
Yeah.
all of a sudden this
So
could
there
be
was
a thing.
this new
So,
law that
yeah.
got cited. Yeah.
2012, all of a sudden it's like, ha ha. Sucks to be you. So basically that made Kathleen able to like testify from the grave. Like through things that she had told other people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank goodness.
So basically the dead now can testify.
Because remember, like all of those police reports that all the times the police came out to the house and like nothing. So thank goodness Kathleen talked to other people.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, she did confide in so many people. And there were people that wanted to do something and just didn't know what to do because they watched everything Kathleen did just get smushed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't me. It didn't happen.
Okay.
I caught
All
it. I caught it.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
I was reading Tim Evans' comment.
I know. Yeah. So Tim said he watched it all on local news.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He did. He loved the attention.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
man, that was
Great.
that was like a full dream.
Your face is almost as red as my hair. This is
Oh.
great. I love
It
it.
doesn't help that we had to turn the fan off.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Okay.
So September of 2012, Drew was found guilty. I can hear
However-
the New York court. And he was sentenced to 38 years.
38 years just for the murder of Kathleen.
Yeah. So,
Now, don't forget, there's still a missing wife out there.
oh yeah, like still nobody knows what happened to Stacey.
So right now they're
Yeah.
just focusing on getting him into jail for this.
Exactly. And he appealed multiple times.
Oh my gosh. On
And
all different things.
Every single time his appeals were denied.
Yes.
So
It
great.
was beautiful.
So
Finally.
great.
Finally, the law stood up for Kathleen.
Yeah. And he's in his mid 50s at this point. No, wait, he was 54 in 2008. So he's in his late 50s at this point. 38 years.
I mean,
That's basically a life sentence. Basically. So, yay.
but it
Thank you.
gets better.
But keep holding on. Okay, so 2015. This is my favorite part, honestly. He was charged in 2015, 3 years after being locked up,
Freaking idiot.
with trying to hire a fellow inmate to kill the prosecutor that put him in jail.
Because no inmate's ever gonna tell to try and get better
Yeah.
accommodations or a lighter sentence. They're not gonna
Mm-mm.
tell on you.
And there are no conversations that are recorded when
No.
you're in prison.
And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that inmate was like, heck yeah, I'm in jail. I'm gonna make sure that prosecutor gets taken out. I
Yeah.
want to say it was like $15,000 he offered or something like that, or $10,000 he offered. It was
Not
really
enough.
low. Yeah.
I mean, enough for a few packs of cigarettes, but. So, Peterson, like, you idiot.
So now he's
Okay.
in trouble for that.
Yes. So, May 31st, the jury found him guilty for this whole thing. Here's 40 more years. Okay, now he's in there for life.
Now
Like,
he's got a 38 sentence.
now it doesn't matter
and a
if he's
40
90 years old.
sentence.
He's going to keep going unless some miracle pill comes along and he makes it to 130.
Lil says, damn, he lowballed him.
Right? No kidding.
I mean, maybe he wouldn't have
Yeah.
told you if you would have paid him what he
Yeah.
was worth.
So in December 2019, so 3 years after the next 40 years of prison.
So not that long though.
This was just, right before COVID, which feels like a lifetime ago, but in the big, So December 2019, he was transferred from the Federal Bureau of Prisons to a state facility, and the location was not released for safety reasons. So he's somewhere.
I know where it is.
Well, yes. But
Okay, we have to address Whiskey Mountains. That struck me, what you're saying right
Yes,
there. That he got 40 for trying, but 38 for doing it. I have a theory on that, and I think it was because he'd already been convicted of one felony and was in prison.
Yeah.
And then did that, and then a prosecuting attorney would be a state employee.
Yeah.
So, or a federal employee, depending if he was in federal court or state court. So I think that's where that extra time comes from.
Yeah.
Because I really started going, huh?
And the judge was like, oh, we got to.
Yeah.
You got to be there. Yeah. So, in 2021, Drew filed a handwritten petition for post-conviction relief.
Mhm.
And the petition revealed his current location of incarceration, which was,
Michigan?
Michigan City.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Michigan
Yeah.
City, Indiana.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, by Tim.
It's like that whole Kansas City. Like, how many Kansas cities are there, for heaven's sake? Can we just?
But here's the thing. So you're in prison. You just got convicted again. You get moved for safety reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then you handwrite a petition that gives away your location of where you are. Idiot.
Yeah,
I mean, for as smart as he's been through this whole thing,
he lost it.
freaking idiot.
Yeah. He's So
I sounded like Kira right there.
idiot.
I was channeling my inner Kira. Idiot.
You did great.
Okay, thanks.
You did.
Don't come for me, Kira.
May 2022, like last month, Drew's former defense attorney, Joel Brodsky,
Mm-hmm.
who like quit 1 month before the trial. Like he was in it for a long time. Wait, no, that was the other attorney.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a different attorney. There was another attorney who was in there and then like a month before the trial just was like, I'm out. See you later, I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not this guy.
Not this guy. Sorry, no, this guy's different. I researched too many cases this week.
You really did. Technically, yes.
Yes. So Joel Brodsky was considering the release of information protected by attorney-client confidentiality that could help solve the cases.
Okay. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this.
We have thoughts.
So let's break this down. This was one of his defense attorneys.
Yeah.
And Drew apparently confided in him the details that could solve the mystery disappearance of Stacy.
Yeah.
Now, this guy lost his license to practice law for a little bit temporarily.
Yeah.
And now he's back and now he's like, you know what? I'm struggling with this. I want to tell everyone what he said. So there's that client confidentiality.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's already in prison.
Yeah.
And then there's this could solve another case. I know what happened.
Oh yeah. And then
What do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm torn.
I mean, he did.
There's got to be client privilege.
Oh yeah.
But that poor family.
Oh, absolutely. Like there are 4 kids who have like a little sliver of thought of my mom decided she wanted to be with another man and abandoned us. And
Technically, no, Adriana.
oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not to mention, like he already tried to have another attorney killed.
There's that.
There is that.
You might want to
Yeah.
think about not releasing that information. But
Yeah.
he is actually on, right now, he is on a very strict gag order from the courts. He cannot say a word.
Yeah.
They shut him down right away.
Yeah. Like
Which, I mean, especially those that are innocent that might say something about a different crime there's got to be that confidentiality. But I mean, like, I don't know. What if you like talked in your sleep and someone heard you?
I know.
Took
What
care
if
of
something
it?
accidentally happened?
I mean,
What
I
if
don't know.
somebody
Is
found
there
your
a
diary?
workaround on that? Huh?
What if somebody found your diary?
Can you do
I'm
that?
just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Joel, we have ideas for you.
Oh my god.
Like. Okay, so, Brodsky temporarily lost his legal license in 2019 for unrelated reasons. But yeah, he's under that gag order now that he can't share any of that information.
Yeah.
So
that's where we are.
Yes, I think that they have to still be working on Stacy.
Oh,
They're absolutely still
There's
investigating.
still a lot going on. I mean, the sister's doing a lot of stuff. The kids are doing a lot of stuff. The sister's very involved. Can we just torture the guy? Is that?
I think under normal circumstances,
I don't even know if I could say that.
Under normal circumstances, they probably would have already charged him.
Yeah.
But considering the fact that he's already in for a life sentence, and I mean, essentially, considering the fact that like this is a big deal, I think that they are trying to get every single bit of information and evidence locked the heck down. And there's no body. I mean, that's a big one too.
That's a huge one.
Yeah. But I truly believe in my heart justice will be served, and they are doing it in time to make sure that justice will be served strong.
Do you know how I think it's going to end up happening?
I'm ready to hear this. We haven't talked about this yet.
We haven't.
We haven't.
I have a theory on how they're going to solve this case.
Okay.
He can't keep his trap shut. He's too much of a narcissist.
Oh, yeah.
it's going to come out accidentally and he's going to screw himself.
He might write a book called If I Did It.
Okay, so we are now at 10:25. You know, we like to let you guys kind of keep it on a time schedule. So I'm going to give till, I don't know, 10:30, because I can talk about what we have coming up. Let's go till 10:30 to wrap up the giveaway. At 10:30 sharp, Adriana's going to tell me how many entries. We're going to pick 2 winners. Each winner will pick a mystery box. Actually, probably just the first winner, huh?
I mean, that's very true. I mean, the second one will pick a box.
Yeah.
But
so we are going to have in each winner will get a flight that will match the flight we're doing next week, which is a flight of Starlight finished whiskeys. Some of which come from the actual distillery, and you can't get it if you don't have them.
Yeah.
So
oh my heavens,
and
the
then
Starlight shelf overflowed. I just realized
there's a lot.
Oh, it's
So,
happening.
And then also there is one winner will get a Yellowstone Idaho pick, and the other one will get, it's the New Riff Female Whiskey Society pick. It was their first pick they did a year or 2 ago that I hung on to for a good moment, and I figured being so close to where we are with subs and your first Criminals and Cocktails,
Yes,
it was a good time to give it away.
Yes.
So this is box 1 behind Kathy Jo.
Yes.
This is box 2 behind me. So 2 names guaranteed to win something. We just don't know what yet.
Yeah.
So you've got 1 minute.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. You've got 4 minutes.
Yeah,
you've got 4 minutes to get your votes in. Meanwhile, tag Whiskey Mountains with your number of votes, and the donation links are in the description. Yeah. Don't forget to check out Adriana's Alzheimer fundraiser.
Yes.
And in case you didn't know, she also has a whiskey channel, Whiskey Mountains, where she does hikes and does whiskey reviews. Oh, yeah. And she's just an all-around cool person. She's amazing. Watch her content and hang out with on live stream.
I'm so excited to give you a hug.
You know, she's so great. I mean, we've hung out with her, and I kind of like her husband too. They're just kind of really good people. She's like the only person on earth that's shorter than me. So anyway, check that out. If you haven't hit our like button, you know, now would be a great time.
Now would be great, and the subscribe, and then the little bell next to the subscribe, so that every time that we
give you homework.
You
come to hang out and hear true crime. We give you homework.
Speaking of homework, if you want to know more about this, there are ways.
There's, you know, this is an ongoing thing. I would love for everyone to drop in the comments things that you feel could be done to be Stacy's voice. Yeah. You never know who's going to see it. I mean, we've had people comment. We've had to delete some comments on some of our YouTube channels. There are people out there that you wouldn't think are reading these. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe we can get some justice for this girl. Also, always email us at womenofwhiskies@gmail.com. Any ideas you have for cases that you'd like to see us cover, any flights or anything like that you'd like to see us do, any content you'd like to see us drop. We're here for you guys. We're here to have fun, hang out. You know, give us some ideas.
This is our list of ideas. It's not big enough.
It's not big enough.
Add,
really
please
isn't.
add.
I do appreciate those of you that do send me stuff. We do have a spreadsheet between the 2 of us that we add all that stuff to. So keep them coming. And then don't forget, if you're on Patreon, you get to vote on, I usually give you 4 crimes and 2 cocktails. You get to vote. Yes. For the record, this was not the cocktail I wanted to win.
I voted for this one.
But it's pretty good.
For the record, I also voted for the case that I researched.
That's true. The wrong one.
The wrong one, yes.
So, let's see. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yay!
You know what, Whiskey RN, I did know that, or I did not know that. So Whiskey RN is going live after us. For those of you that just don't want the party to end, you want to go over, hang out, chill. If I have a mod that happens to have her link and could drop that, that would be great. Yes. You know, in fact, meanwhile, if I only had some mood music, that'd be great.
You don't want me to sing, so.
Well, that's not what I want to do. I gotta go to my phone. Okay. Keep the serial killers coming. Wait, not like that.
There we go.
I'm so glad you clarified.
Lil posted.
Oh, thank you, Lil, for doing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, so gosh, don't stop now. Everybody's having so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Head on over to Sierra's SKRN.
Yeah.
Check out her channel. Oh, there she is. Hold on. Oh, she jumped. Don't do that. I'm learning all this stuff. There you go. With SKRN, you're now a moderator. You can drop your own link from now on.
Perfect.
How about that? So, meanwhile, let's see.
It is 10:30.
It is time to do that giveaway.
It is time.
And thank you guys for all hanging out with us.
Yes.
And staying this little extra bit of time that we do on Criminals. Cheers to Kathy Jo for her first Criminals and Cocktails.
I lived.
It was so much fun. She did research the wrong crime.
I did.
I love that.
This morning when I realized this,
I would totally do that. I would totally
Oh
do that.
yeah. I now know.
We're so ready to drop that.
Oh yeah.
So she researched the Dorothy Stratton. For those of you that were here, she accidentally researched the Dorothy Stratton case, thinking that's what we were doing because it was such a close call in the polls.
Oh yeah. I think after it closed, 2 more people went and voted for Dorothy.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened.
And which is funny because I really wanted to do that one, but I really wanted to do this one too. So she researched it also. I'm like, well, shit, we're all ready then. We could just drop a content video.
Oh yeah, it's happening. I'm excited.
Irony of ending a true crime case by yelling, "I live!"
I thought about that as soon as I said it. I really did.
Okay, 51 entries, says Adriana. So, where's your little thingy-mabobber that you always do for me, Miss Tech Savvy Gal?
I'm on it. That's my motto. We figured out, by the way. I'm on it.
Mr. Jiggs says, "Great job, Women Whiskies and Kathy Jo." Thank you, Mr. Jiggs.
Okay,
She
so
kind of
numbers
rocked it, didn't she?
between 1 and 51, I'm going to push the generate button here. And the number is 42.
42. 42, Adriana.
There, okay. 42.
That's our first number. So,
While we wait for that, there are some films and documentaries.
yes.
Yes. So
if this wasn't enough for
if this
you,
wasn't enough and you want to know more, Dr. Phil did an episode called, one of the Dr. Phil episodes, A Killer Among Us, in 2007.
Yeah, because he actually set that up to go on himself.
Yeah.
So that was one of his first
that was
egotistical ones.
That was his I'm innocent. So that was one of them.
Regs, let me know what number you would like. Kathy Jo, number 1.
Yes.
Me, number 2. The box behind us.
Yes. This is one. And then the Lifetime channel did a movie, Drew Peterson, Untouchable. And it stars Rob Lowe. That's
Rob Lowe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It felt weird. And then Kaylee Kukow.
I think it's Kukow.
Penny from The Big Bang Theory.
She was in it.
Yes. And Kara Buono. That's not right either.
I do not do names well.
Kara.
Okay. Butcher them.
Yes.
But yes, anyway,
Yeah.
there's
So
the Lifetime movie.
Drew Peterson, Untouchable. And then the first 48 did a whole episode on it. He says, number 1.
Yes, they should all.
It should start Tim Allen. Oh, that's funny.
So, and then the first 48 did one, and there was another Lifetime series.
And the first 48 like an A&E.
Yeah.
Show.
Like,
yes.
little series thing.
And
yeah,
then, another
check those
Lifetime
out.
series called Cellmate Secrets 2021. Okay. I love.
Now remember, this comes with a flight.
Yes. I love these. Okay.
I love these boxes too.
Cute.
They scare the shit.
I'm leaning it back. We're good. Da, 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 da. Yellowstone, Idaho.
So yes, right. We will get the Yellowstone Idaho pick out to you.
Yes, we will hand deliver it.
And also the flight of Starlight finished whiskeys that we will be drinking next week. So hopefully we'll see you in chat and you'll drink those with us.
Yes.
Congratulations. He says super excited for the bottle and the flight.
Okay, now how many do we have? How
Oh
many
yes.
entries?
So what's our new numbers?
Yes.
Myself. Oh, Penny. Oh, Penny. Okay, one more winner.
And this really became, I think, because of Drew's presence and putting himself out there.
Well, and he was decorated.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a huge part of it too.
And he had a lot of wives apparently that
Yeah.
loved him.
Yeah, no kidding. 4 and maybe almost 5. Because of all of that, 43 now. Okay.
Okay. number
Okay,
between 1
Here
and
we go.
43.
Between 1 and 43. The number is, I can't say, 25.
25.
25. Okay.
This was fun. Guys, this
It
was
was so
fun.
fun.
Thank you.
It was.
Because without you guys being here, this wouldn't happen. I mean,
Yes.
it could happen, but that'd be really ridiculous.
Yeah, it would. It was.
Honestly, no, seriously.
Yes.
All joking aside, thank you. Thank you for the support that you give us.
Yeah.
And we just have a lot of fun. You have no idea what our Wednesdays are like.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, like Kathy Jo comes over
Mhm.
and we spend all day making complete asses out of ourselves on social media.
Not like all late afternoon, evening.
Okay.
It's a long time.
And then
yeah.
we eat a bunch of food.
And then we cook food, yeah.
And the doggies play together.
So much.
Which we didn't get a doggy sighting.
We didn't.
And
Man.
then we make a list of all the different things we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And then we panic for like
And
a
then,
half an
yeah,
hour before we
for
go
like-
live.
from like 8:30 to
Just throwing
9.
shit together, getting
Like,
ready.
put up the camera, turn on the lights.
Big Vic.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh wait, Marielina. Oh, all right then. Is that Marielina? I'm so confused.
That's
Did Vix? Did he
It's-
give those to her?
it's Mrs.
Does it say Mrs.?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it does,
Oh.
but I'm pretty sure.
Well, I know it's Mrs.
She's Mrs. Big Vic.
I just got super
Yeah.
confused. I just got super confused.
Is
I'm
it
so sorry.
Marilena? I know
What?
I've heard this before. We
Marielena?
can't pronounce names.
Words? Marielina?
Yeah.
I don't know, but she has a pair of sexy women of whiskey's leggings.
Yes, she does.
I've seen
And
a picture.
He said he was going to steal them to join us for the show.
No,
but
he said she'd kill her.
yeah, but she'd kill him, and then we'd have
That's
another
her
criminals.
name. Yes.
Yes,
Miss Vic alias Smith or Jones.
yes, Mrs. Big Vic.
Got it. Congrats.
Yes.
Big Vic
Yes,
Backyard
congratulations.
BS's wifey.
And the
Okay.
winner is
You want to see what you got? Since there's only one box left to pick, don't pick the other one because there's nothing in it. There she is.
Yay!
I never win anything. Cheers. Thank you. So you're going to get a flight of our Starlight Finish whiskeys for next week. And you get the new rep. I'm so glad you won this.
Yes.
The new rep Female Whiskey Society.
Oh, it's so perfect.
It's the first pick they did as female whiskey societies that I'm aware of anyway. And I'm so glad you won that.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get that out to you. We will make sure that you get your flight before next week. I know there's a holiday in that shipping. We're going to make sure you get it. So if you
Yes.
want to sip along with us, you can. And let us know what you think.
In that hand delivery, the traffic and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
It's
lot of
Pony
driving to do.
Expressing the
Yeah.
whole way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to share, by the way.
So I will say, I don't know. You guys hear me talk about how grateful I am and all this stuff, but I look forward to this. I don't know if my husband does because, like I said, we panic.
Oh,
for
yeah.
like 30 minutes.
8:30 on, and every week at like 6 o'clock, he's like, "Get ready for the chaos."
Yeah,
He does.
yeah. But we do
Yeah.
have fun, and
We do.
I look forward to this every week. And
Yeah.
thank you all. Thank you for those of you that watch our YouTube shorts. Because at least we're not just out there making an ass out of ourselves and nobody's watching it. At least you're watching us do it. So don't forget, there's no wrong way to drink your whiskey. Just share it with your friends and drink it how you like it. We'll see you next Wednesday. And we're going to end with just a big thank you to all our patrons. And thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
And go see Whiskey Orange channel.
And go see the Scary Arms channel.
Yes.